Welcome back to Beyond the Box with Ben. I'm Ben, and today we're going to be talking about 10... Why would we talk about 10 tips? I'm going to give you 10 tips.
3, 2, 1.
I'm Ben, and today we're going to give you...
Welcome to the machine.
Welcome back to Beyond the Box with Ben. I'm Ben, and here are 10 social media marketing tips. All right, let's get excited! Woo! Already off to a great start. Number 1, choose the right social media channel for your brand. So what does that actually mean? Well, certain brands look great on Instagram, but might not translate as well across to Facebook. Or you might have a great following on LinkedIn, but your content might not resonate on Pinterest. You can obviously do your own research on what channel is... What's going on? Another brand might work better on Facebook because of the group features or various other ways to communicate directly with their customers. Another brand might work well on Pinterest because people want to look to Pinterest for inspiration, and that's where your brand finds its niche. We're going to focus on Instagram and Pinterest because those work better for our content. Ain't that right, Augie? Alrighty! I want to give a shout out to LinkedIn because LinkedIn's great.
Do it. Give a shout out to LinkedIn.
And you know what? You know what a social media channel that you might not think about is? LinkedIn. Everybody's got a LinkedIn account. Give it a try. Number 2, focus on your organic social content. What does that mean? Well, you can reach a ton of people by putting money into Facebook advertising, Instagram ads, and all sorts of advertising channels. But you don't want to lose track of your organic content. The people that follow your brand on social media, whether Instagram or Facebook or whatever channel, those are your most dedicated customers and the group of people that care the most about your brand. Treat them right. Give them good content. Make sure you're asking them questions in your comment section. Make sure you're responding to their messages. Focus on that organic reach because that's going to be massively impactful when it comes to your brand. The best thing about organic social media content is that it's completely free. You can reach people without paying a single cent, and you can start doing it before you've even started to build your brand. Why not? Right? Tip number 3, recreate your best performing content. You can use analytics to figure out which post performed better than the others, but if you're not into that, you can just look at how many likes, how many comments, and how much engagement that a post got. That post, something about it, means that your audience cares about it more. So you can recreate that content, not exactly, not the same picture, but that type of content or that style, and that's going to be more engaging for your audience. It's as easy as that. After all, why wouldn't you keep doing things that people like? This is also a great way to get a good picture of who your audience is and why they're following you. Tip number 4, collaborate. Stop. Collaborate. And I can't do that seriously. Collaboration is a great way to get your brand in front of like-minded brands' audiences on social media. Doing some sort of a collaboration and then sharing it both on your social media channels and their social media channels is a great way to cross-pollinate and get more eyes on your content. Those people could then come over and follow your brand and vice versa. It's a win-win for both of you as you're not likely to be giving followers to each other, but building both of your followings. Our advice would be don't do this with a direct competitor, but instead do this with someone who might have a similar audience to you or someone who fills a similar niche. So if I was a swimsuit brand, I probably wouldn't do a crossover with another swimsuit brand, but I would probably do a crossover with a cool designer or someone else who's making something in the fashion space. Fashion space. Tip number 5, be consistent in what you post. People end up following social media channels because they like the style of content or the type of content that you're providing. So make sure that you're hitting that same type of content, and if you want to make a change, make it over a gradual period of time. Don't just change it on any given day. Consistency is key in when you post and what type of content you post for multiple reasons. The first is that the algorithm favors it. At the end of the day, if you're... Oh, I can't say at the end of the day. What we do know is that the algorithm favors consistency. What that means is if you're posting in the morning or at a specific time for your audience, make sure to keep posting at that time. The second element is if you're posting a specific style of content, make sure you're continually providing that style of content for your followers. They followed you for a reason, and suddenly changing it up in between means that you might lose followers along the way. If you want to make a change, change slowly, change gradually. Make sure that your consistency holds through.
Be consistent.
Now, that's not a tip just for social media. In general, you should have a brand image that you keep consistent across all of the different channels that you're using for your marketing. Be consistent. Tip number 6, utilize micro-influencers. A micro-influencer is someone with around 5,000 to 50,000 followers versus a macro-influencer who's generally in the range of 100,000 plus up to 1 million. Now, the reason you'd use a micro-influencer as opposed to a macro-influencer is because their audience is much more niche, so you can really focus in on a specific group of people that you want to reach. At the same time, their followings are usually much more engaged. It's not some giant amalgamated group of people, it's a group of people with a specific interest in what this person is posting. If you can get in front of that audience and it matches your brand, all the better. When you're just starting out, a great place to look for micro-influencers are the people that you're actually interested in following. Odds are good that you're interested in whatever business it is you're running, so the people that you follow will somehow reflect those values. So check them out. See who they follow, see what they're posting. Maybe they're open to being a micro-influencer for your brand. Who knows? A lot of people automatically think of Instagram when they think of influencers, but we want you to think outside of the box. Pun definitely intended. Check out YouTube. YouTube influencers often have content that's super engaging for a very specific niche audience, and they usually have a high engagement rate as well. People want to comment, they want to engage with those YouTube influencers. And as a bonus, if their followers follow them on Instagram and on YouTube, they're probably super fans, so they're really, really engaged with their brand. Tip number 7, utilize user-generated content. Really simple tip, but basically if your users are creating content based around your product or your brand, have them send it in to you, whether tagging you in your Instagram stories or sending it via DMs, and make sure that you're resharing and tagging them as well. While sometimes it might seem a little bit low budget, what that means is that it's actually social proof that people like what you're doing. Instead of it being you telling someone how great your product is, it's another user telling someone how great your product is. That social proof is great. It builds brand loyalty and trust. And it engages people. What's not to love? This isn't just for social media, but should be something that you're thinking about when you... You off?
Yeah.
Tip number 8, utilize... I shouldn't say utilize again. Tip number 8, utilize... Oh, God, don't say utilize. Tip number 8, viral giveaway. Now, a giveaway is pretty straightforward, but to make it go viral, you have to make it easily shareable. So have people tag their friends in the comments, make sure to like and follow your brand, and then give away a great enough package that people are actually willing to participate. You'll see brands of all sizes using giveaways to gain exposure to new audiences because it's an easy way to do it. You're just giving away a little bit of product and people are excited to have it. It's a win-win. If someone's tagging someone into a post for a giveaway, it probably means that they might be interested in your product anyways, so if they don't win, they might stick around, stay a follower, and eventually become a customer down the line. What's not to love?
Give it away!
Tip number 9. Tip number 9. Make sure that you're using Facebook and Instagram video advertisements. Video ads are more engaging than static ads. And make sure when you're using those video ads, you're including captions in the advertisements. That's because most of us browse Facebook and Instagram with our sound off. You want to make sure that people can read exactly what it is that the advertisement is all about. And that's it. Tip number 10. Whenever you're making tip videos, make sure it's a round number, even if you don't have a 10th tip. Chuck one in there like this. 10 tips for social media. And now for the Armchair FAQ. Welcome to this episode's Armchair FAQ. Today's question, how should I store my no-issue compostable mailers? No-issue compostable mailers should be stored in a cool, dark, and dry place. If you do this, that will ensure that their strength is preserved. Thanks for stopping by, and if you have any questions that you'd like answered, feel free to leave them below in the comments or reach out on any of our channels. Thanks. I'm Ben, this has been Beyond the Box with Ben, and you've just learned 10, well, realistically 9, great tips for social media. Anyways, thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video, and if there's any other content that you'd like to see from us, let us know in the comments section. As always, share, like, subscribe, put up posters around your town about what's going on here. Call your grandmother and let her know about that cool No Issue channel that's going on. They've got some stuff happening and you think it's pretty neat. And otherwise, make sure that you are staying subscribed to our stuff.